Hi guys, happy Monday. I'm so excited to be here with you. We're going to give it a few more minutes. Just let a few more people join. Welcome to my, 1970s Airbnb basement. Okay, I am so excited about today's call. I know Mondays nights are sometimes hard for you guys to jump on. I know we'll have a lot of people watching the recording, but there is something so special about jumping on live. So thank you to those of you who are and who are taking your time to be here today. For those of you that started Fast and Flourish, I hope you had a great first day. Yep, it was fun to see the comments and see people. It seemed to be resounding that everyone loved the caramel brulee shake when they broke their fast. That was, I think, the most popular comment I saw on there. So I am excited to see what these next few weeks bring and just how good you guys feel. I know a lot of people have had so much success doing the daily intermittent fasting. So someone said, getting in your last few bites for the night. Yes. And it's so interesting because what it does is it helps you see if you're really hungry, right? Or if you're just eating to eat. And I think so often we don't understand the difference. And it's so important we listen to our body and figure that out. I know you guys know, but it's just sometimes a reminder we need to jumpstart our own journeys, right? Okay, I'm just going to jumpstart this and get it going. As more people are jumping on, we'll make it work. So, hi guys, happy Monday. My name is Laura Stevens, and I am joining you tonight from Spokane, Washington. It was such a fun week last week. I saw so many people responding so well to the new products. We are so blessed that Isagenix continues to, in my mind, level up along with us in this mastermind and just give us these amazing products. They just keep getting better and better to me. How many of you got the brownie bites, the brownie walnut bites? Those are so good. And my kids and I are obsessed with the apple bar, the caramel apple bar. It is so good. I love the texture. It reminds me of a Rice Krispie treat. And if you need a little extra treat one day, try melting a chocolate peanut butter Ice-A-Delight on top of the bar and spread it across. It is so good. Trust me, you'll love it. Another product I'm loving right now is our bone broth. It's just so nice to be able to, I had a big mug of it this afternoon just to sip on it and get some of that great collagen and vitamin C in our body. I'm just so excited to be here tonight. I get to welcome a very special guest, someone that I so love and have so missed since we haven't had Isagenix events. It feels like it's been a long time since I've got to see her in person. But I'm going to welcome Miss Jacki Palmer, Jacqueline Palmer, to the line. And then let me just kind of give you a little more information from my heart about Jacki, and she can kind of share her story with you a little bit more and how she jumped into Isagenix on the corporate side. Jacki is the Senior Director of Global Marketing and Field Experience at Isagenix. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jacki, but according to my research, you've been with Isagenix since 2010.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. She is the mama of two sweet boys. She lives in Arizona. She is good friends with Eric Coover. I want her to be able to share a little bit more about how she found a home in Isagenix. But what I can tell you guys is so many of the changes, the improvements, all stem from Jacki. When I was on the field advisory board, I remember thinking, Jacki's in charge of this and this and this and this and this. She knows so much about this company, and she is working so hard every day to make us even better and to get ahead of the curve on everything. Her brain is always going. She is always so open to just hearing from the field. I feel like she stays plugged in more than many of the other corporate staff. She knows us and she cares deeply. And Jacki, we just so appreciate you joining us tonight. So welcome to our mastermind call, our Monday group. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Masterminders.
Yes.
How you guys call each other?
Yes. So we are a group of people that really just wanted to go and they were a part of a mastermind this fall. And this is kind of the holiday edition. So we have some people that were so sad that they missed out on that initial mastermind. We're going to be doing another one in January. So a lot of these people were a part of that, but also we have some people that are just committed to jumping in. So the 66 people on the call right now are in, like 100% in and ready to go and ready to grow in December through the holiday season. And I'm just so excited for them to get to hear a little bit more from you today. So thank you.
Well, I have some good tips for you guys and some sneak peeks of stuff. I was texting Mac. I was like, what can I say on some of his stuff? So take out notes or paper and pen or just your calendar, because I'm going to give you guys some dates too. But so my story about how I got started at Isogenics. So as Laura said, I've been with Isogenics since 2010. They had first started a sales team and I was the first person they hired. But really, I knew about Isogenics and I've known about Isogenics since like 2003. And there's like the appropriate version and the inappropriate fun version of how. Fun version. So I grew up in Scottsdale. And one day this kid walked into my sophomore year English class and sat down and we just kind of became friends. And I had a dream one night that I was going to have this party and this new kid from school was going to come. And so I invited this new kid. I was like, hey, my parents are out of town. Do you want to come to a party at my house? None of your kids will do this. Just, they all will. And he was like, yeah, sure. So then we just became really good friends. And that was Eric Coover. And so it was just a friendship from like the start since we've been 16. And he always jokes, someone said, he used to get good grades until he met me. But no, he was always really good. So we ended up going all through high school together, all through college together. I got to know his parents, Jim and Kathy. And I remember we would like go to his house and just see so many protein shakes. And one time my mom was like, ask what his parents do, because what is this that they're doing? And I wasn't going to ask, you know, you're a teenager, you're not going to talk to the parents. And I said, Mom, I don't know, but there was a magazine cover and it said she made $50,000 a month because Kathy was a top networker and she had all of her stuff posted in her office. So anyhow, Eric and I just became lifelong friends. He actually introduced me to my husband. So if you don't know, I am married to Eric's best friend. For a while, it was just the three of us. And then obviously Eric married Peta. Now we're starting our lives. So as I kind of just grew into this friendship, Kathy got to know me and she's smart. She was like, you should come work for me. And I was like, all right, you know, it was 2010. I had just finished college, but really what she was doing was trying to get me to work at Isogenics so Eric would come work at Isogenics. So that's, she knew if the friends thought it was cool to work there, then he would think it was cool to work there. So I started January 2010 and he started March 2010. So little known fact, I was like, she knew if she got the friends in, then he would come. So I started, like I said, I was the first person on the sales team. It was just me and like a few other people. I got a marketing degree, so I've always been drawn to marketing. And I found myself doing sales, but also marketing. And then sales, but then also marketing. And then a few years ago, I transitioned full onto the marketing team. And so my group does now all the creative, so video, writing, images. With the new brand coming out, they've been working their tails off to get all of the items done for near kickoff. And then also we have Isobody, field marketing, sales tools. So that's what my group does. And that is my story of how I got to Isogenics. Now, what I wanted to share with you, Laura, I asked her, I was like, what do you want them to hear? And she's like, I just want them to know, to be excited and to know all the great stuff that's coming. And I think sometimes at the holidays too, we know, and if you've been in this business for a long time, like if you can push through the holidays and make this happen, it just sets you off for a better January. And actually, as a corporate team, when we look at the graphs, we need a strong January to carry us through for the full year. So when you start preparing for January, of course, is right now. And in Isogenics specifically, as compared to other network marketing companies, January is a key time for us. People are looking for weight loss. They're looking to feel better. They're looking to maybe make some more income. So January is a great time anyway. So how can you start preparing now in December? Well, we do have a call, and you guys can put it down on 12/21, and we're going to be launching some new stuff to help you grow your business in December. So mark that down. I can't tell you what that is, but all I can say is going to help in January. And we know a lot of people, I don't have the time either, sorry, but don't worry, more stuff will be coming out on that. But we know people are looking for income. They're looking to get their products paid for come January. So we're going to equip you and prepare you in January with some new stuff to help sweeten the deal, and also some other items to help them get maybe their products paid for. So that's all I can say on that front. But I also wanted to talk to you about a few key themes that you're going to see play out throughout 2021. So if you're working on language or messaging or what should I be promoting, there's a few key takeaways. One of them that you're going to see a lot is the word better. So at New Year Kickoff, we're going to be unveiling quite a few IT updates. One of them is we are going to get a new website. Obviously, we did the 2.0, but it comes in chunks. So one of that chunks that still needs to be redone is our website. So that is coming. You'll see it at New Year Kickoff. It'll happen a little bit later. And that is on purpose, just so you guys know. We want to make sure you get all of your orders in and we don't mess anything up by switching the website. So it's coming, but you'll notice the word better. And the reason we like the word better is because we feel like at Isagenix, everyone is on a pursuit of better, whether that's eating better, looking better, feeling better, moving better. So as we move away from weight loss and into more well-being, it's less about the 4 solutions of weight loss, energy, and more about better. Well, how do you want to feel? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to look better? That's another key one. Do you want to move better or eat better? And eating better, when you open up these categories to be more broad, it allows more in. So again, another theme is less exclusive, more inclusive. So eating better category can now, of course, include shakes. It can include snack bites. It can include recipes. Moving better, again, more inclusive, less exclusive, could also include shakes, but it could also include the amped line. So we're really trying to paint this picture of the well-being story and less rigid. So we want people on Isagenix for a lifetime, and diets are short-term, well-being is a lifetime. So that's one thing to start thinking about is how do I play with that messaging of well-being for a lifetime? How do I plug in the word better, like feeling better, that pursuit of better? And honestly, ask yourself too, like what could you do in 2021 better? Which category appeals to you? Worst kept secret in Isagenix, but we probably have something to help with looking better coming out. So that's another one. The other key theme with products that we're focusing on this year is inside out. So you can look really healthy, but the inside might not be. But if you can get the inside healthy, it can reflect to the outside. So as we launch various products, that's one theme you're going to see a lot is how can I inside out be healthy? And maybe later on it's outside in, depending on which products we launch. But really, I think that's a key for all of our Isagenix products. I'm sure all of you noticed that once you started putting better stuff in, the out started looking better too. So that's a theme, better, inside out. The other thing we're working on right now with Gary and IT that I'm heavily involved in is how do we modernize your business? How do we create passive income? But part of that's going to come with a paradigm shift on your guys' part too. Because if you're used to taking the enrollment, filling out the paper, spending time, that of course works, right? But that just took a lot of your time. So if Isagenix can improve our enrollment flows, our websites, everything on that side, replicated carts, that's going to allow more of your free time to do other things because you can send out your recommended carts and know they'll work. You can send out your replicated sites and know it works. You know, if someone goes to isagenix.com and enters your info or enters your social media handle, they'll find you. So that's what we're working on the IT side is modernizing the business for you so you can make more passive income. But on your side, we need you to start thinking about what you can do to promote your replicated site. As we make improvements for the recommended carts, giving those another try. We do have, and I can say this one, that's okay. On 12/12, we do have updates coming on your recommended carts. So if we have any Canadians on the call, NFR will be allowed on recommended carts starting 12/12, which is an exciting announcement. And then let me look at my notes. I'm like, we have another one that's coming too. This is what I was working on all day today. Oh, the other cool thing that's coming on 12/12 is when your new members join Isagenix, and let's say they become an associate right away, we'll automatically preload recommended carts for them. So they don't have to assemble it right away. They can edit it, they can change it, but it's just a quicker onboarding and faster moving for them to get started. So there's more coming with recommended carts in the future, definitely a lot more, lots of more ways to share them. But that's something that I would ask you guys to get more familiar with. If you haven't used recommended carts, get to know them. If you've never promoted your replicated site, that's another good option. But that's where we're going to focus, is modernizing the business so you guys can make more passive income. And then the other thing too is there's a lot of stuff coming at New Year Kickoff on January 8th and 9th. And I can't tell you all of them, but just most of the big corporate announcements are going to occur on 1/8. So that's the first day. So you can just imagine if you're thinking about getting teams together or watching on a Zoom, that first day is going to be loaded with announcements, like things that probably no one on this, like I'm giving away a little bit, but stuff that's going to blow your mind that I can't tell you all. So you're going to get, obviously, the products always launch day one. That's a hint at Isagenix if you haven't caught on. And sometimes they go live even before they're announced. Another hint. So you're going to hear from Eric. He's going to present to you where we are on the brand. You're going to hear we have a brand new unboxing coming. So when your new members join Isagenix, we had to upgrade that experience as well. So anyone who joins with 100 BV or more, it's like an inserted tray. And on the top, so every time they open their first box, there's a message right on top. It tells them 3 things to do. Download the app, get in the IsaBody challenge, and then welcome to isagenix.com, which we're updating. So it'll be a more onboarding customer platform. They open up the tray. There's marketing materials in there, again, with that eat better, move better, more of a well-being message. And then of course, they're going to get their free shaker cup too. One change that not everyone may love, but we have to go there, is the measuring tape. So the measuring tape, it's not going to go away forever, but we need to assign a measuring tape to certain packs that are for weight loss. If I come in for feeling better, please don't give me a measuring tape. So, so that's just an update. I know you have lots of customers who are like, where's the measuring tape? We're trying to, again, we're moving into a well-being lifestyle. So if they're still ordering a weight loss system, they'll get one. But so you can expect a brand new unboxing. Again, much more 2.0, beautiful imagery. If you're loving like the blues and the turquoise and the ocean, that's what the unboxing is going to be like. And as we move into a brand that has an elevated customer experience, these are the things that you would expect. So this will last probably until celebration, and then we'll upgrade it again. But again, for 100 BV or more, they're going to have that nice experience. Again, everything's laid out with a tray on top. So you know when they open it up and they get that feeling like, oh, this is so much stuff. Hopefully we'll like lessen that until they open it. And then everything will be in there. And eventually one day we'll have it all perfect for you guys too. So that's another exciting announcement that's coming day one. Don't share that with everyone, all the details, but you can tell them a new unboxing is coming. That's fine. Eric's also going to launch something that the unboxing will start probably around New Year Kickoff. I saw that come on in the chat. He's going to launch something that I cannot give any details to, but all I'm going to say is you want to watch on 1/8 when he announces whatever it is. He's kind of near the beginning. And then day one, of course, you're going to hear from Kathy and Jim and Sharon and Dr. Plant. And then Mac and I are hosting and doing lots of little fun things. If you've ever seen Mac and I host, we're just a lot of fun together. So you'll experience all that. So like I said, day one, if you're working with your teams, heavy announcements, but they're going to be like texting off the wall. So excited, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, like every segment, really, really exciting stuff. And then day two is a little bit more meat. There is business training, of course, on day one. Eden Sloban's going to be talking about network marketing, why now for our industry, which is important, especially as you guys are building a business and just the current environment, how right now people are looking for this. Day 2 is going to be a little bit more meaty on the business side. So fun breakouts like we had last year. So think about if you are doing a team thing or watching on Zoom, which breakouts you guys are doing. We'll have so many breakouts. I don't even know. You guys can watch them all at a different time. We never give enough time, but we give so many breakouts. So scheduled time after to finish, the compliance ones or whatever. I'm just kidding. So that's there. We're going to announce our IsaBody Grand Prize winner, which we have 15 finalists. They're amazing every year. That's a great segment for belief too. You watch these stories and you're just like, I got to do something. Like more people need to see this. So it's been really interesting and fun at New Year Kickoff to figure out how we're going to do this segment without having a live audience. Because if you've been to an event, this is the most energy. People are racing to the stage. So make sure if you watch during IsaBody, you're giving them a lot of love in the chat because they have worked so hard and it's still going to be awesome and everyone's going to see them. They'll probably have more eyes on them, but it is a different experience than being there, obviously, in real life. So yeah, those are my little key tips for New Year Kickoff is day 1, heavy corporate, day 2, heavy business. You can have a little bit more fun. Of course, we're going to do share the shot, all of our little things we do. And then the other thing is we're going to have a ton of great gear on isagenixgear.com too. Lots of cups. More workout focused. This year, all of the gear you'll notice is a little bit more muted. We do have some tie-dye stuff too. My team helps pick out the gear, but lots of little gifts too. So if you're...
When will those be available?
They'll go live on 1/8 as well.
Okay. So it's look for it.
Yep. But we don't have a huge segment for the close. So that's just a little insider's tip. If you go probably on 1/8, you'll probably get to get more stuff then. Once everyone finds out it's live back there. So like I said, more muted stuff, more workout stuff, again, going into this well-being focus, even with the clothing. So yeah, those are my tips. The word better, inside out, focus on those as far as product goes. On the business side, we're going to work on modernizing the business, think about passive income, additional, more modern ways to do network marketing. And I think you all have had to be creative anyways this whole year. So you're like, sure, what else? We'll figure it out. And then mark your calendar, December 21st, we'll have a little exciting announcement for you all. And there may be one more seasonal. That's all I'm going to say.
Woo! Thank you so much. I'm like hearing from you always makes me so excited because again, I just know that you guys keep getting better and better. And what would you say to people who, sometimes change is hard. I think we're all seeing, especially on the business side, we need to understand that evolving and changing is just a part of it and will be a continual theme throughout our Isagenix journey. But I know that you get to sit in the meetings and you get to hear people's hearts right now and you get to see kind of what's happening behind the curtain. And I know that we don't always get to experience that. So kind of what's the heartbeat at Isagenix right now? And what can we say to some of those people that are kind of like, oh, I don't like changes, more changes, kind of pep talk in that department a little bit.
Well, the good thing is whenever I get on a call with a leader and they are like, we need this or that, we're already working on it. So I've never been on a call and been like, I don't know what that is, which is good. Because then that means we're in alignment. We wish we could get it to you faster. We really do. And, just being real candid here, there's a lot of companies out there right now, and maybe they're just started, right? So if you just started a business, you could do stuff real fast. You just started. You have a brand new IT platform. Yeah, you want this? Great. It's brand new. Isagenix is built on a legacy and a history. So our pivots, we can pivot real fast, but some of the infrastructure just takes a little bit more time. But to be honest, we have more to lose. We want to take care of all of you. We don't want to do anything too crazy that's going to disrupt your businesses. We want to make smart, strategic decisions and that are based in data. So like I said, I know that there's a lot of changes. And honestly, it's so funny because when I interview people at Isagenix, I tell them the only thing consistent is change. So I'm always like, how are you at being flexible? Because you're going to hate it here if you're not. But you know what? That's also what I hear from a lot of people, and especially in other companies, is that's what, like, our secret sauce is, that we can change real fast and we can pivot really quick. And that actually helps us in a lot of situations. Now, of course, the bigger IT stuff, we're working on it. And that does. We are not a fast, I'll be honest, super fast on that. But the good thing is, what you want now and what a lot of people have been asking for, we are working on. The other thing that's interesting that we started doing is we work in this cadence called sprints. So the IT team works in like 3-week little chunks, and then they give you a release, and then 3 weeks, and then they give you a release. So for example, this recommended cart thing coming on 12/12, is it a huge improvement? No, but it's little bits. And then you'll get another one in January, and then you'll get another one in February. So it's coming. We would just wait till a big event and unleash everything. And that's not good either. So thank you. I have a Canadian in here who says the recommended carts is huge. But expect that. Expect like every month to get upgrade, because that's the cadence that we're working on now.
I love that. And I know that you know the heart and soul behind the company. And I think one of the things that's sitting here to this day, even as I go out and celebrate my 11-year-old who's gotten to meet Jim and Kathy and just adores everyone in this company, but it's a family. And that's why I wanted people to hear your story, because you've known. What can you tell us about Jim and Kathy and Eric as, you know, a friend kind of behind the scenes? We see them as these positive, you know, healthy people that want to, you know, are working so hard for us. But I know you might see a little bit of that inside stuff. What's something you can share?
It's so funny because when people ask me, they're like, are they that good? I'm like, they're probably better. So little known story, and I used to share this more when I was on the regional team, but so my husband's mom, she really struggled. She ended up passing away, but she had a lot of issues. And I used to share this. So this is how, the people that you're in business with, so you know. So he and his dad travels all the time, still traveled all the time. In fact, and to this day, he told me, he's like, I basically lived alone, like in high school. And Kathy would see that and would be like, you come live with me. So basically his whole senior year of high school, he just lived with him. She took him in like it was like a second son. Even if you ask her today, she's like, that's my second son. So I would tell people that because I'm like, that's the type of person she is, that would just be like, I see someone that needs help. You just come live with me. And so that's, you know, and Jim is just the coolest guy you ever met in your whole life. Like, I know all the women are like, we want to be like Kathy. I'm like, you want to be like Jim. That guy is cool. He's just the chillest. And you know what? If you do like the color codes or the personalities, like Kathy is just the red, right? Like she's intense, go. And then Jim is just this white. He's more calm and more chill, but when he speaks, like you listen. You know, he's so good at listening. So to be in business with both of them, I mean, you just see why they're successful. Like the more you hang out with them, you're like, they would just never not be successful. And I think it's so funny when people say they're going to retire. I was like, have you met them? Like Kathy will retire when she dies. Like that is she will never stop working. Like her version of slowing down is like my version of 100%, because I actually learned a lot from her, from just the way she, and I'm sure if anyone spent time with her, she's like, go, go, go. Eric told me once he's never seen her watch TV, but that's just her. So if you ever hear that rumor, like that could not be farther from the truth of anything. She is, again, like the most intense, like she's intense with everything, working out, you know, like she just gives it her all. And then Jim's just the coolest and like this wise man that's just also hilarious. And then Eric, you know, he's like my brother at this point. But it's so funny because he's grown so much. When we were in college, and so we went through all high school and all college together, we did the same. We both did a business degree at ASU. And he'd be like, Jackie, can you present? I don't want to like go in front of the class. So I used to have to do all the presentations. And now to see him, He's a completely different person. And Eric, I think from his mom got a lot of that passion too. He's so passionate right now about the brand, how we're elevating, maybe new packaging or naming, I don't know. But that's where his heart is how am I elevating this brand to be something that appeals to all of you. And so if you remember a long time ago when Eric started Start, like that was his passion and that's what he was fired up with. And imagine that. So now it's just more broad. He is super passionate about marketing, how we show up in the world, how we are portrayed as a brand. So that's where his focus is right now. And when he gets on something too, he's real passionate about something. And like I said, he just got that from Kathy too.
I love that. Thank you so much. It's so nice to humanize them because I know not everyone's had the chance. And there are some newer people on the call, so they haven't got the chance.
They're just normally, yeah.
You know,
I mean, Kathy's the type too, like, oh, what's your kid into? Dinosaurs. Next day, she gets your kid a dinosaur toy.
Oh, yeah.
And like, just that type
they're
of.
So generous. They are.
So thoughtful, so generous. The people you would want to be in business with. And I'm going to be honest, like a lot of network marketing companies, that's not the case.
Well, not very many of them are owned by a family or started by a family, right? A lot of them, it's boards, and the more you look into this industry, it's definitely a business where you can feel like this is a family, this is a legacy company.
Yeah.
So.
And when Kathy says, she usually says it like at an event or something, she says something along the lines like, your success is like, I take a huge responsibility for your success. That is true. She'll be up early doing calls. She'll be late doing calls, probably working out in between. She really does take a huge, like, she wants to be a part of your success. Like anything for anyone, she's that kind of lady.
Yes, no, we've been so blessed to have that. I've seen that example. I have one last question for you. What is your, if you were going to it, like an island and you could take 3 products, what would they be? If you've been in the company
3?
so long, I want to see, only 3.
And they've changed over time.
I can imagine.
I have some like Zija ones that I like a lot now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Isopro plant-based. I just put that in everything.
It's so good. Chocolate or vanilla?
I'll take either. I, in the winter, tend to do like oatmeal and then Isopro, and then maybe I'll add in like a little bit of peanut butter. We put the Isopro plant-based in our pancakes mix, the Kodiak cakes. So my husband, he can't have dairy, so we're all plant-based, even though he'll eat stuff. And I'm like, you're not that bad dairy, but it's another story. So that would be number 1 for sure. And then number 2, what I've really gotten into lately is Triotic, which is the Zija probiotic. I've always and I didn't realize it until later in life, I always had stomach problems. Like we were talking about something a lot. I was like, yeah, that would give me a stomach ache. That would give me a stomach ache. That would give me a stomach ache. Like everything. And my mom was a horrible cook, so that could have been part of the problem. I was like, wait, everyone doesn't go to the bathroom after they eat? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I knew I had to get on probiotics. And I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not a good pill girl. So Triotic, if you guys haven't tried it, it tastes almost like a pixie stick, like a melon pixie stick. You put it under your tongue, super easy to take. So I love that one. Okay, and then I only get to pick one more. Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to pick Isodelight because I mean, in any flavor, I don't care. But I think those would be my 3 favorites. So people are like judging me. They're like, Ionics.
You're a mom. What are you thinking? No.
I know. I do exercise a lot. So I'm like, I guess that's how I deal with the stress. I don't know.
You do, I know.
Those would be my 3.
Thank you so much.
Versatile and help me.
Yes, we have just so much appreciation for you. And you guys, I can't tell you, I know right up until the moment this lady gives birth and right as soon as she can get back in the office, she is there for us. And Jacki, we are just so grateful for how hard you work to make all these improvements happen. And you put up with so many different thoughts and ideas and opinions, and you're always so joyful and just positive. And we just so appreciate you. So if you guys could just shower Jacki with some love and some gratitude. Thank you for all you do to make it possible for us to work hard and just help change so many lives. So I'm excited to be better in 2021. Better. And I know a lot of that is because of you. So thank you so much.
You're really so welcome.
Yes, we appreciate your time. You guys, I hope you wrote down those dates. Make sure you're on that call on the 21st. Make sure you've blocked off New Year's kickoff. Think about getting childcare set up now. If you need to meet up, I know you guys know a lot of us are heading to Texas. If you feel comfortable to join, we'd love to have you there with us. But whatever, wherever, however you need to see it, make sure you're plugged in and that you take that time out of your schedule now to be present and ready, because it's going to be an amazing year. And as Jackie was saying, if we want a big 2021, we need to stay plugged in now. So I just want to give those of you that jumped on tonight so much gratitude as well. And just kudos to you, because you are already plugged in the month when many are busy and distracted. So thank you guys so much for your time tonight. Next Monday, Tyler will be here talking with Eric. You will not want to miss it. So thank you again, Jackie. Have a wonderful week, you guys. Enjoy all those new products. We'll talk to you soon.